Hello everyone, so a very cool video here showing Ukrainian Su-25s in action. So early on in the video we can see the Su-25s being armed. These ones we can see are outfitted with US supplied 127mm Zuni rockets. These date back from the 1950s and they have a range of 5 miles. Whilst the aircraft is en route to its firing point, we can see that Ukrainian Su-25s, in this case the aircraft is Blue 48, do have a Mig-29 Escort. Now that's news to me. I didn't know that Ukraine flew their Su-25s with escorts, so that's pretty cool to see. We then see the Su-25 engaging Russian targets. It's unclear what they're aiming at. This is the same tactic we see Russian Su-25s use, firing the unguided rockets from a slight upwards angle to increase the range and allow the Su-25 to engage targets out of the range of manpads. When it fires its rockets, you can see that the Mig-29 is nowhere to be seen. I expect the Mig waited behind, providing air coverage from the rear to avoid bringing it into range of Russia's air defences, whilst the Su-25 did its dirty deeds, done dirt cheap, as the Zuni only cost $400 each, a bargain. Over 4,000 of these were sent to Ukraine, and the Zuni is considered a pretty accurate rocket, so accurate that it's been suggested it could be used in an air-to-air role against drones. This is because it can be fitted with a radar proximity fuse such as the M414. That will allow the Zuni to explode when it passes within 40 feet of a target. So imagine a barrage of these exploding around a Shahed drone would certainly cause some damage to it, likely take it out. And when we see the view from behind, we can see the upwards angle of firing a bit more clear. And we can also see the deployment of chaff to ward off potential SAM or manpad threats. The chaff continuing as the Su-25 banks. Banking around is when the Su-25 is at its most vulnerable to manpads, as it's then when it's exposing its rear to the Russian trenches. The coolest bit of footage though comes here. Check this out. We can see the Su-25 pass roughly 10 meters over the top of a Ukrainian Mi-8 helicopter. If a Mi-8 pilot didn't know the Su-25 was near, that would certainly have come as a bit of shock to them. It's very cool footage, just 10 meters away, and as the Su-25 heads back to base, we can see how low it's flying. Now, throughout the clip you saw how low the Su-25 was flying, on way to the target and now on the way back. It stays low like this to avoid radar detection. Now, on the return leg, we can see some very cool footage of the Su-25 flying along a road, heading back to base, like something out of the Ace Combat games. So, very cool footage. Now some numbers. Ukraine has had 16 Su-25 shot down so far. Russia is on 30, confirmed on Oryx. The reason for the high losses is because these operate smack bang on the front lines in the most dangerous area, so they're just at much higher risk than other aircraft. It's unknown exactly how many Su-25s Ukraine has. They originally had around 30 or so airworthy before the war, and have received 14 from the Bulgarian Air Force since, and 4 from Macedonia. But of course remember, 16 are confirmed as destroyed. So the numbers available aren't high, and unfortunately, there's no other operators who I can see who may be willing to donate to Ukraine. So that's it for this video. Now unfortunately, I'm not going to do a geolocation for this one, as it's looking at Ukrainian positions and operations and flight routes, and why give Russia any helping hand at all. But I hope you found the footage interesting anyway. Now, before we finish, a quick mention about the ongoing fundraiser with Rebirth Energy to buy 2 Volkswagen minibuses for Ukraine. The links are in the description, and big thanks to everybody who has donated so far. Thanks very much for watching, and take care everyone.